The EU Lisbon Treaty of 2007, to all intents and purposes, is identical to the EU Treaty of 2004, the EU Constitution rejected by French and Dutch voters, but with paragraphs being relocated and consequently renumbered. Page 412, Article 21 of the Charter of the Lisbon Treaty is identical to Article 281 in the EU Treaty of 2004 and states, "Any discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation or any other factor is prohibited." In all previous treaties, such as the Nice Treaty, there is a protocol which excludes paedophilia from the prohibition of discrimination, NJS 16 org. Staggeringly, in the Lisbon Treaty, and also according to the view of the EU Information Office, there is no protocol on paedophilia. Without such a protocol, the Lisbon Treaty Article 21 legalises paedophilia in line with other sexual orientations. Some might argue that other articles in the Lisbon Treaty might be interpreted so as to contradict Article 21, but the fact is those writing the EU Charter Article 21 in the Lisbon Treaty were well aware of the exclusion of paedophilia from previous treaties. So was this just an oversight? Hardly. Those national parliaments which have ratified the Lisbon Treaty have been asleep. Many, if not most, members of these parliaments have admitted they've not even read the Lisbon Treaty, preferring to entrust its construction to professional lawyers. However, the authors of the treaty have undoubtedly studied the earlier treaties very carefully to ascertain that all that they desired was carried over in the new treaty, while everything we the people want was omitted. Government officials, therefore, have quietly but deliberately chosen to preserve the nasty crime of paedophilia so that it is now in our culture. Why? Well, the explanation is simple. They want to placate the Arab Muslims. The supposedly holy prophet was happy with little girls, and even his deputy, Iran's Ayatollah Khomeini, wrote in his book Tahrir al-Fasali in 1990, "A man can have sexual pleasure of a child as young as a baby, but he should not penetrate her vagina." However, he declared the second form of child sex abuse is acceptable. This sounds ridiculous to a sane person's ears, but actually Europe, with France in the lead, has worked hard for a cultural, political and economic alliance, entente, with the Arab countries, particularly since the oil crisis of 1973. Of course, this cooperation includes the acceptance of Muslim culture, including child pornography and even abuse, on European soil. And my final questions to you are not mine. They're from the organisation called SIOE, Stop Islamization of Europe, and they are: how can our politicians and our most senior lawyers have allowed this disgusting practice to become a part of our way of life? Can they really have made paedophilia legal? And what's going to be done with those politicians and lawyers who have granted child abuse respectability?